Well, we've run into a problem, but that hasn't stopped us doing the road on the diorama right now on Reid's Train Stuff. Welcome to Reid's Train Stuff, model train and how-to videos. So if you're building a model railroad and want some tips and ideas, or you just like watching trains run around, well, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you'll be notified of my upcoming videos. Well, welcome back, or hello if it's your first time here. Today we're continuing on with my Diorama Build, part 16, where I'm going to be doing the road. If you're new here and haven't caught the other parts of this series, I'll put a link to the playlist just up here. Now, with the road, unfortunately due to my little fracture in my hand, I couldn't do all the lines I wanted to do and a lot of the weathering and stuff, so it's not 100% how I wanted to show it, but it's still come out quite well with what I've done. Also, another thing, what I'm going to do is I'll just put up here is some sizes in scale and for HO for the different sizes for your roads, highways and things like that. So if you want to, just hit pause and screenshot it or write it down. And so there. So anyway, let's get in to see how we get this road done. Alright, so now we're just going to paint the road, so it's not exactly rocket science on how to paint, so now I'm just doing that, and just put a massive piece of paint all over my scenery, which you have to watch out for. Easily fixed. So I'll just fly that. Nice and simple, like I said, it's painting a road, so it's not that hard, so I'll continue to finish the rest of it and then we'll come back and go on to the next stage. Alright, so there's the road with the base coat down. It's the colour I chose is a bit of a bluey grey, but so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put a black wash over it, which I've just made out of some acrylic paint and some water, just to dull it down a bit and bring out a bit of the detail. So I'm just using the foam brush again, just give it a nice even coat. So anyway, said I shall continue with that, and we shall come back and have a look, eh? Alright, so I'm going to try this the best I can because I've only got one arm. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put some gravel along the side of the road. So what I'm just using is some of that really fine dirt that I sifted. You might have seen in my previous videos. If you haven't, you should go back and check it out. So first of all, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get an old brush, dip it in some white glue, and just spread along the edge of the road where you want the dirt to stay. So this is really fun because I'm right-handed using the left hand, but should come out alright. Alright, so now I'm just going to get a spoon. Like I said, I'm hoping I can do this. Let's see, because I am... okay. Yeah, we wasn't expecting that to happen, so that's alright. Being right-handed, using my left hand doing this is quite an adventure, but it'll come out alright. Alright, so then we're just going to use a foam brush here. I'll just sweep it down off the actual road part. This is why you have to... Okay, now where I've done that, I'm not worried, I'm just going to spread that out a bit, fill in that little gap there. does come along, I'll just pat it down and get an angle. It's alright, spreads out a bit, no great hassle there. So you just want to make sure it's not on the actual road part. So I'll spread that where I spilled it up a bit. Okay, so that just got a little embankment on the side of the road. Alright, so up now we've got that part down. I'm just going to come through with a bit of, I'll use alcohol, or I'm just using the wet water. Just come through and just slowly just drop it on so you don't disturb it too badly. Now, even though you've put it on with the glue, you've still got to finish up sticking the stuff that's on top down. So that'll, the stuff you put the glue down, that helps the bottom part be connected. So, right, now just going to let that soak in for a little bit. Actually, just noticed the part which really hasn't put a little bit more in there. Give it a little time just to soak in, and you come through with your glue and water mixture. I'll just slowly drip that in there. Alright, so now that's that there. Now, you might, when you come through, you might notice it's moved a little bit. Just use your finger or use a brush, just get it off the actual road part. I mean, a little bit doesn't mind, because you're going to have stuff come up onto the road occasionally. And just make sure it's still fairly smooth. If it looks like it's a bit, when you drop the glue on, just add a little bit where you can see where you might have had a little few little bumps. Because with the glue and everything already there, it'll just soak it right in, so that'll just fix that part up. And then, while you've got that and it's wet there, I'm just going to run a bit of the Woodland Scenics blended green ground foam just in between the road and the tracks. So that'll just, we'll probably come back and do a little bit more detailing on that a bit later, but for the time being, you may have to give that another little bit of a glue too. So, but anyway, that's that part at the moment. I shall continue on and we'll have a look at the finished product. Okay, so as you see now, we've got that little dirt border around the roads. Got the greenery growing up between the track and the highway there. You see where I had my little blob of paint around here. I've covered that up. So as you can see with that, the putting the black wash over the road, it's brought up some of that detail. It's random, so nothing's actually like all just one colour. So I'll just pan it around and we'll have a bit of a look. See there where the roads sort of, it looks like someone's patched it, then around a bit there. So it's all different. And up here, that was where I actually tried starting to do a bit of weathering when I realised I couldn't do it with my left hand, so I'm going to do with that later. And also with that little like car park area on the side, wasn't really happy with the way that was with just the dirt, so I actually used the same that gravel and just put it all through there and put it up onto the crossing. So I think that's come out quite well. Okay, well there's a nice, easy, basic way to get a pretty good looking road. I said, you don't have to have your roads as looking like they're jet black or anything like that. I said, doing that way, it's subtle, it looks good, but it also doesn't draw the viewer's eye to it. If you have your roads like really jet black, it draws the viewer's eyes towards that road and not towards the trains, which are what people are actually meant to be looking at going around your layout. So, like I said, that's a simple way. I said I didn't really, the colour I picked, chose for that road, didn't turn out the way I wanted. I saw a sample of it and it looked really good and it didn't turn out the way I want. So, but I think putting those washes over it has definitely improved that. And I also think, I said, when I can get around to doing it after this gets a bit better, putting the lines down the centre markings and the side, I think it'll really bring it up and make it look really good, plus a little bit of weathering. So like I said, nice, simple, easy way to do a road, which looks really good. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please subscribe and then hit that bell so you'll be notified about upcoming videos. So give it a thumbs up, share this video with anyone you think might like it, and please leave a comment down below. So anyway, that's it for part 16, and hopefully in the next week or two I'll be able to get into making some trees, which I don't know if you can see down here. I started making them. So I'm going to hopefully show you how to make some deciduous trees and get them on the layout, plus putting a few other details in. So anyway, it's been great having you here, and thanks for watching Reid's Terrain Stuff. Bye.